Enter the dark past of the Burlington County Prison. Imagine spending your final days locked within these walls, knowing when the sun came up you would be marched into the prison yard to die. This would be the reality for 45 of the hundreds of people incarcerated during the prison's operation. From 1811 to 1965, these prison cells held some of the most ruthless criminals to ever pass through Burlington County. One man who spent some time here on a lewd and indecent exposure charge would go on to be responsible for the murder of 13 women over a 2-year period of time. His name was Albert DeSalvo, better known as the Boston Strangler. Another infamous convict of the prison was a man by the name of Joel Clough. In 1833, Joel would viciously stab a woman to death after she repeatedly had rejected his advances. He would be one of the first men sentenced to execution at the prison, and even managed to escape for a brief period of time before being recaptured and moved to the dungeon cell on the top floor. He is said to have been buried under the large tree in the prison yard after his hanging in July of the same year. Joel would not be the only prisoner to escape from his cell. In both the 1920s and the 1940s, in a bizarre coincidence, a group of prisoners would break out of their confinement and manage to murder a warden and a prison trustee in the kitchen. It is believed these murders are the reasoning behind the encounters that many people have had with an apparition in uniform in the basement level of the prison. The basement isn't the only place in the prison that contains some trapped spirits. The dungeon on the top floor holds a multitude of paranormal events. It is the place where all of the condemned to die would spend their final night, and inside of this cell, people have been touched, pushed, scratched, and heard screams and moaning. Shadow figures are seen darting in and out of cells, and people have seen faces staring back at them from behind the bars, only to vanish right before their eyes. I was even told by one of the people who work in the prison that as recently as the night before my visit, he encountered the head and shoulders of a shadow figure leaning out of the dungeon, watching him. The form would slowly back up into the cell and was gone by the time he reached the door.